Good morning, second graders. You're all becoming so grown up, so many changes. So many of you grew taller this summer. Growing means that you get to do more cool stuff, right? Are any of you getting new bedtimes? Getting to watch new shows? Well, I have a better question. Are any of you getting new chores? Go ahead and tell your hand right now. What kinds of new things are changing because you're getting older? And telling your hand means that you just make your hand like a little mouth right here and you just whisper it right into that little spot right there. So you might say, I have to clean out the dishwasher now, or I get to go to bed half an hour later now. I'll give you a moment to do that right now. Alrighty, so hopefully you were able to whisper some exciting new changes that have happened now that you're in second grade. Readers, today I want to teach you that reading also changes as you get older. Second grade readers don't only get to read harder and longer books, they also get to be in charge of their own reading. They get to choose not only what they read, but also how they're going to read. So little kids, they just pick up a book and read it. But as second graders, you know that you don't just read a book. First you think, how will I read this? You think, do I want to read this in a funny sing-song way? Do I want to read it slowly, thinking really deeply about each page before moving on? Do I want to read this like it's an exciting story and try to feel the excitement? So let's try this together. Here is the book, There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. How do I want to read this book? Well, I know that she dies, so maybe I'll read it in a very serious and sad way. I'll use my voice to sound sad and serious. Sad and serious. So here I go. I'm going to read this in a sad, serious way. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. There's that old lady. There's that fly. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. Did you see that, like all of you, I took charge of my reading? I decided not just what to read, but also how to read. I read that song like it is a sad, sad story. It is my reading, and I could have read it differently. The good news is that because you, as second graders, are in charge of your reading, you get to decide how you will read something, and you can decide to read the same text more than one time, reading it differently each time. Right now, you will think how you would like to read this same book. Do you want to read it in a song-like way? There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. She swallowed a fly. Why? Or do you want to read this like it's a creepy, scary story meant to give people the shivers? Or like you're a news reporter. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. Right now, I want you to practice choosing a way to read this text and then get started reading it however you decide. So right now, you don't need to pause the video. Right now, I want you to practice reading this 2 different ways. So choose 2 different ways to read it and go ahead and start doing that right now. Oh, I wish I could hear you as the way you're reading it. I'll bet you're reading it in the most interesting ways and exciting ways. And as your second grade teacher, I'm so sad to not be in the room with you while you're reading it. But I'm excited that you read it in the way that you chose. At the start of today's mini lesson, I pointed out that because you're in second grade now, some of you have a new bedtime. Some of you have new chores, new privileges, and I hope you're learning that reading too changes when you get to be in second grade. In this one school year, you are going to change from reading books like this to books like this. In the whole of your life, you will probably never grow as fast as you will this year. Do some of you remember the story Jack and the Beanstalk? How Jack traded his cow for some magic beans, and his mother threw those beans out the window. But that night, the beans grew into a beanstalk that grew and grew and grew so that Jack in the morning was able to climb up to the magic kingdom where he found the hen that laid the golden eggs. I'm reminding you about that story because you should know there are scientists and researchers who study young kids as readers, and they say that in this 1 year, you're going to grow and grow and grow just like that beanstalk. To do that growing, you need to start today. You get to choose not just what you will read, but also how you will read. So head off, lickety-split, to your reading spot. Let's not even waste a moment going to here or there or there or here or figuring out what book you're going to read and going through a million different books. Just grab a book, decide how to read it, write your decision on your Post-it note, and read the book. Remember, even when you're reading in your head, you can make your reading voice change. After you read one way, choose a different way and read that same book again in a different way. Are you ready? Get set, go. Hi, readers. You know what I know about you is last year you learned what it looks like to be a reader. And today, what I want you to do is show me how you look when you are a reader. So what you need to do today is take a picture of yourself or have somebody take a picture of you and show me what you know it looks like to be a reader. And then after you take the picture, read. Have fun, friends.